not sifting from one day to the next and letting each day kind of drive me, but being intentional with each day. And that's been wonderful. I felt like I knew what I knew, and I felt like sometimes my business began running me and I wasn't really running it as much as I would have wanted to, or kind of the way that I wanted to. It had nothing really to do with production, although, that ebbed and flowed and probably wasn't as consistent as I would have wanted it to. But, State Farm's a weird existence because it's a great opportunity. But there's weird vulnerabilities, weird pressures, different influences that a typical business doesn't have. And I don't think we really, at least I wasn't, spending enough time understanding the greater picture, the bigger picture. I was more, kind of into the day to day. Well, it was challenging. I mean, if you've never done anything like that, it is challenging to ask or answer these huge, big life and business questions. You helped me understand, what are my core values? I had never really thought about that for myself, like an organic answer that is mine, that I own, and that I really spent some time with is, what are my core values? What are my four absolutes, non-negotiables? I couldn't have told you. I could have probably told you, and I did tell you what others might think those should be for me, or what others might believe they could be for me. But what are mine? What am I about? What makes me tick? With those answers, it really helps me not just operate my business better, but operate my life better. The day-to-day curriculum was difficult in the sense that we don't do that on a daily basis. None of the curriculum was difficult in and of itself. It was just asking yourself and being honest with yourself with these bigger life and business questions was challenging. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was something that I had never done before. So working through the process was not difficult at all. The process wasn't difficult. It was maybe just challenging, I guess would be the best word. It was not difficult at all. I feel like I'm much more intentional and strategic with what I'm trying to accomplish day to day in my agency, but in life as well. So, I never really mapped out in as great a detail as you and I did as what I want 7 years from now to look like. So I'm much more strategic with the day to day in getting to whatever that 5 to 7 year plan is. Knowing what my purpose is and starting with that helps me understand, what my days need to consist of, and not worrying too much or being influenced by things that I can't control. So kind of sticking to my core values is important daily. I'm more strategic with my business and with my life, which makes me more organized. And that's been a wonderful thing. And it's translated to a happier life, much richer life, and which includes a better business results. And that's not a bad thing at all. Well, up to that point, I had never worked with a coach in this capacity at all individually. So I would give the advice of investing in myself. We never do that. We invest in team members. We send team members to this class or that class, and maybe hire somebody in for our office. But I would give the advice to myself of investing in myself. It's not an expense. It's truly an investment. And there's nothing more valuable than us and our capacity to live life and yes, run a successful business. So we might as well invest in it.